associations with, social justice causes. But like Sheila said, I am a treaty person, and I'm happy to be here today to speak. I didn't know too much about this bill before I was invited to come and speak, but it didn't take much to begin to dislike it when I started looking into it. And to me, what Bill C-45 comes down to is value and values. If our government values the environment, then why is it bundled into this omnibus implementation bill? If they value the environment, why are we removing protections? And why are we now only protecting 1% of waterways in this nation? If the government values our First Nations people, then why are significant changes to Indian Act legislation, again, bundled, almost hidden within this budget bill? Why was there no consultation, informed consent, and why was there no due diligence if they value First Nations people? To me, in listening to the government's responses in media, they make it sound as if they are responding to, First Nations voices, but it comes across in a way where it seems like they know what's good for First Nations people, which comes with its own condescension. But even more so than that, it smacks of a government that really just knows what's good for itself and its own interests, especially pertaining to economy. This is a colonial approach, and one that goes back historically. I thought especially of the peasant farming policy of 1889, in which First Nations people were disallowed from competing in commercial farming with white settler farmers. So again, now in 2012, we have a bill which aims to, through the lack of consultation and informed consent, especially prohibit them from interfering with economic progress. If the government valued First Nations voices, then why are fewer and fewer band members required to vote on important land designation decisions? Why is the Aboriginal Affairs Minister allowed to call a referendum on the surrender of lands and then either accept or refuse the voter's decision? In this case, it seems as if the government's value for money supersedes its value for First Nations people and the environment. It's a continuation of the white settler mentality around entitlement to the land, the resources, and especially power. We live in a society now in which corporations are considered people. But in Canada, some people are not considered people by their government. And it's sickening. That's why I wanted to come today and speak, and I really feel as if we do need to speak out against the bill, to speak for positive change. And I want to start us off with a poem that I wrote after learning about some of this colonialism and sort of the history of colonization, ongoing history, I should say. In my studies, I've had the pleasure to work with Dr. Verna St. Dennis, among other amazing Aboriginal professors. And through her teachings, I began to see how the legislation and, other areas concerning First Nations people in the history of Canada have amounted to and continue to amount to genocide here at home. I want to reiterate that, I'm here today to speak as a treaty person, as a non-Aboriginal person, but in support. And everything I have said and am about to say comes from the heart and with respect and love. So I wrote this poem as sort of a response to my learnings in taking my master's at the university. And it's in the style of a poet named Gil Scott Heron, who wrote that the revolution will not be televised. This poem is meant to be an open letter from the point of view of the government of Canada, historically, currently, to the First Nations people of Canada. You will not be able to leave your home, brothers and sisters. You will not be able to unplug, turn off, or buy in, because the genocide will not be televised. You will not be able to catch it on CBC, and the news at noon will not notify the nation. You may begin to wonder what this world is coming to when we take Mother Earth as a POW. But don't stress yourselves, because you can't save her. Just save yourselves through the great white savior. The genocide will not be televised. See, white is the new good and brown is the new bad. White is the new happy and brown is the new sad. So sign this paper, sign this treaty. We'll keep you around and keep you needy. Yeah, sign this treaty, sign this paper, and brace yourselves for the silent caper. The genocide will not be televised. You will not be allowed to speak up or speak out, because we're taking your language and taking your clout. You will not be allowed to earn money, dude. See, the Indian bank will only give out food. Your kids should try drugs or get hooked on medication, because their teachers give out rates in place of education. The genocide will not be televised. We're from east of the Atlantic, but here on the new side, we get away with mass murder, make it look like suicide. We'll convince even you that you're killing yourselves, because we will sell you heaven and then give you hell. So set up camp on this here reservation, clandestine camp of concentration. The genocide will not be televised. You will not be able to catch it on CTV. So the next time Lloyd Robertson tells you that that's the kind of day it's been, don't listen. Just ask yourself, whose story is missing? Whose rights are missing? Whose women are missing? Whose women are missing? Whose women are missing? The genocide will not be televised, will not be televised, not be televised. The genocide will be no rerun, brothers and sisters. The genocide will be live.